Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Today is the 3rd day of May 2026, and I'm here to present to you something very, very important. I want you to please give me your ear while we go through this, because for a very long time now, some group of people have been lying, trying to discourage people from supporting Mazamano's lawyers, not supporting financially, but at least to appreciate them for what they have done or what they're doing, simply because their favorite lawyer, has been sacked. You know what I mean by that. A lawyer like our lawyer Jimako, sometimes he may open his mouth and misfire. He has said something that is somehow controversial, but the idea of, oh, how can you just, expel or sack our eloquent lawyer, our elegant lawyer, our vibrant lawyer, our most intelligent and most smart and most whatever, they are giving him all manner of name. I'm talking about a Joffo, if I a Joffo, just to make sure they rubbish Aloy Ejimako and other lawyers. I don't have favorite lawyer. I don't know them, they don't know me. But it is always good for us to set the record straight. This is not an attack on anybody, or am I here? I'm not here trying to rubbish anybody. But I hate it when people gather together, begin to dish out lies just to make sure that they prove a point. And most of the point they claim they're proving is even beyond their own imagination. They can't even comprehend what they're trying to prove, let alone throwing more light for people to understand. Now, we know that if I job 4 has been defending and protecting Mazamukano, so to say, but we have seen something that happened time with that number that is also questionable, like case of Mazamukano in Abba State, until Ejimako stepped in and won that case, and of course, the court demand that Mazamukano should be compensated. Okay, Alo Ejimako, like I said, you may not like him, you may have issue with some certain things he has said in the past and all that. But why is it that DOS don't want to see anything good about him? They always want to tell you that had it been that Ejiofor is in charge of the case, the Mazamukano wouldn't have been jailed. They wouldn't have sentenced him and all that. When you ask them, can you just expatiate on this? Tell me the reason why you say what you said. They will tell you that is a Joffo that made it possible for Nigerian court, in Abuja, discharge Mazamukano and acquitted. I don't know how many of you, let me say, if you have been a follower of the whole issue, or maybe, let me just say that I believe you yourself, you have come across people making such arguments that Mazamukano was discharged and acquitted. This is what they will use to throw many people off balance anytime you want to engage them. One thing I give to them is that sometimes they will make themselves available for a kind of open engagement, unlike Kiaza Ayog and their group. Those ones don't want to contribute. They don't want to have gentleman conversation. Bring them, call them on to come up. They will start hiding under their mothers and their wife wrapper. They don't want to come out and say it the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, I'm not going to waste much of your time. I want to encourage you to like the video in case you have not. Click on the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Put your comment. I want to know what you think about what we are saying here. Those of you that knows this quote that I made, which is discharged and acquitted, they always tell you that if I Joffo won the case, but after winning it, why is it Ejimako still go back to court and all that? But when you listen to people who actually follow the judgment and everything, you see that these guys are talking off point. There was a time PM made a revelation exposition that the Joffo went to court to defend Mazamukano without even any file, any document whatsoever. He went there empty-handed, trying to, because he was somehow championing the conspiracy. Some people call it a conspiracy theory that he's doing what he's doing just to make sure the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being sentenced or jailed, or because he was not represented the way he's supposed to represent. And the issue of discharged and acquitted, according to some people, they said that if despite that rule, that Ejiofor and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers under Ejiofor, there was something they're supposed to have done to solidify that judgment. Then other people said, no, Mazi Kanu was discharged, but not acquitted. So this kind of controversy and confusion has been there for a very long time. So recently, I think yesterday, I don't know the date, but I think yesterday, or maybe last night, I don't know, Methuselah had a program where he called one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, called MNK, Barrister MNK something. So both of them had a program and he interviewed him. Remember, Barrister MNK is part and parcel of the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, meaning that he knows what is going on inside better than many people out there. And the interview is not actually a private conversation. Maybe that somebody tapped their conversation. No, he's aware that what he's saying is going viral on air and all that. So let's listen to that program and I'll be right back. Pay close attention, please.
I forget, so that other people just very snappy. Barrister, when this I think it's discharged and acquitted. Let's just go by that even though we are hearing that it was discharged but not acquitted. Even if it's discharged and acquitted, we are a little bit confused. Who make a move again to appeal? Is it immediately was discharged? Is it immediately was discharged and acquitted? Then another people take over, or it's the same people that went back, please, sir?
Thank you very much. You know, our people have been so many times have been deceived by English language.
Mm-hmm.
I was in court the date throughout the Court of Appeal matter. I was in court. I also participated on one or two occasions. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged. The case was struck out and he was discharged. If you read the judgment, you will not see anywhere where they wrote acquitted.
Thank you.
He was discharged.
Mm-hmm.
But we believe that upon discharge,
yes,
they should allow him go home. That on the 13th of October, he should have gone home to his house from the court there. But unfortunately, they did not release him. Letters were written by Chief Mike Ozekome to get him out. The DSS refused to release him. Now, the DSS the federal government, through the Attorney General's office, now went and filed what you call stay of execution.
Mm-hmm.
When they filed the stay of execution in the Court of Appeal, Ozekome was leading the team. At the moment they filed that stay of execution, Ozekome and team, of which I belong also to, fought against it, filed processes challenging it. But the Court of Appeal used civil procedural rules to determine criminal matter before them, which I believe was wrong, completely and totally wrong. That you cannot stay anybody's fundamental human right unless there is a pending charge against the person. So at the time they filed the stay of execution, there was no pending charge against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, when they filed that stay of execution using civil procedural rules, the Court of Appeal granted it. It was Ozekome that argued that case. They granted the stay of execution, which means we cannot release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Ozekome now filed. Then the Ministry of Justice now filed a notice of appeal to the Supreme Court. We also filed a response. I also was in that case. If you check the law report, you will see my name. My name is also on the list of lawyers that appeared for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ozekome was leading us. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was in that team. We argued it in the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal agreed with what we said. They said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rendition from Kenya to Nigeria was criminal. It was wrong. but that they cannot stay, they cannot, because of that, say, don't go back to trial. So Ozekome was leading us when the court, in fact, Ozekome was leading us when the court entered that judgment. Are you with us?
Yes. Hold on, please. Hold on. We are just sister mute. Hold on. Go on, our barrister.
Yeah. So Ozekome, Chief Mike Ozekome, Chief Kanu Agabi, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, myself, and other lawyers were members of the team when the Supreme Court said we are going to send this case back to the trial court for the trial to start afresh. Okay? Yes. So it is not the lawyers. It is not. It is not Chief Kanu Agabi. It is not Chief Mike Ozekome. It is not myself. It is not Ifeanyi Ejiofor or any other person. It was the Supreme Court that ruled in favor of the Attorney General of the Federation and said, we are going to send this case back to the trial court for you to go and stand trial afresh. And that was when the case was sent back to the trial court, to Binta Nyako. And when they sent it back to Binta Nyako, that was when Mazen Namekano told Binta Nyako, you cannot go on with my case because you have already removed your hand. So send me to another judge. And that was how we were sent to a motor shop.
Okay.
So all these stories, people have been talking all manner of things, that Aloy Ejimako was the one who took the case.
Yes.
How can Aloy take a case back to court? Is Aloy a judge? Aloy was not even part of the legal team in the Supreme Court. His name did not even appear.
Aye.
It is Chief Kanu Agabi, Chief Mike Ozekome, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, myself, and other lawyers. The law report is there. It's reported in the Nigerian Weekly Law Report. I've forgotten the part. It's reported. The names of the lawyers who appeared is there. So leave Aloy Ejimako, even though people don't like him so much, but for this one, he didn't do anything wrong. He's not the one who transferred the case to Court of Appeal. It is not me. It is not Ifeanyi Ejiofor. It is not Ozekome. It is the Supreme Court that said the Attorney General won.
Okay.
We should go back for retrial.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Barrister.
So we went back to retrial.
Okay. Barrister, what would have happened if Mazi refused to go to court? Just he said, I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to listen to the Supreme Court.
If he said he would not go anywhere, they would not push him, but they would try him in his absence. Just like they did. During the last hearing, he was taken out of the court because he said the judge would not go on. So the judge said, okay, please take him out. They took him out and the judge continued with the case. So if Mazen can say, I'm not going to go to court, the court will go on without him. The court will go on without him.
Thank you.
The law already has things in place.
Thank you, Barrister. This is one of the things that have been disturbing us. I hope many of you are listening.
Now, that is Mazen Kano's lawyer there giving you, the inside information that you need. You would like the first-hand class information that you actually need about that issue, because people will come up with propaganda, with lies. You know what I hate most is that what I hate most is when people begin to lie, running propaganda that is very, very detrimental. Like some of the things they are saying out there can lead to death of people, can lead to people going after each other. That you need to learn how to we must put limits. Not everything deserves to be used for propaganda. Sometimes you have to apply your wisdom to avoid escalating issue so that you are not going to end up going after the life of an innocent person. Yes, sometimes or most of the time, you may have issue with Aloy Ejimako. But truth be told, you cannot have it all the way you want. Let us just be frank. Everything that Aloy Ejimako have done in Mazen Kano's case, personally, I've not seen anything to point out and say, this is where he got it wrong and all that. The only problem I have with Aloy Ejimako is when he was trying to rubbish PM, saying that you were calling me because you're asking me if governor is around. so that you start. I don't want you to talk to government because I know you will start begging money. That part is a different part of Aloy Jumako. I don't know that he have that kind of lifestyle to lie just like Lazuba and many people are doing. Very cheap lie and senseless lie. But he did it and he later regretted it. I am not saying that you should love him. It is up to you. You have all the right to choose whom to love and whom to hate. But despite that you don't like him, maybe you have, or despite all the differences you have with him and all that, do not say something that he did not do, because it's not going to add any value to you. It will actually what you are actually committing crime that can lead to somebody's life. That is a very bad thing to hear. And now this lawyer have cleared on that. That is not Ifeanyi Ejiofor, not the Zotomen, not he himself in MNK, and other lawyer he called. None of them, not even a lawyer Jimako. Not them. They are not the one that sent the case back to trial. And I have seen some people who said these lawyers cannot have never won anything from Ghana. You know, when you are saying that they are Aloy Jimako and Master Ghana's legal team now, they have not won anything from Master Ghana. What you're actually saying, what you're implying is that Nigerian judiciary system is perfect. All you needed is just a credible lawyer. It's not true. The system is corrupt and evil. So the judiciary system cannot help you or save anything. Rather, it will deceive you to make you think that everything is normal, whereas a lot is going on behind the scene. You heard it from the lawyer now that they strike the case back. Okay? Some controversial move that these guys can have made, and they're still making it today. So before you criticize, ask questions and make sure you have your findings. Then again, if Master Kano are the one complaining that Aloy Jimako, why must you take my case back? And then it will make more sense. Not you, that actually relying on Uche Chikano and Ifeanyi Ejiofor because these guys, what they have in mind and what they're believing on is totally different from what is happening. So they actually need more people to recruit to propagate lies and falsehood and baptize it as if that truly exists, the way they made it to you, the way they put it to you, the way they presented it to you, for you to be deceived and support them without having anything tangible to give as an excuse. But they always want to go after anybody that can work with them, and the target is Aloy Jimako, because they believe that removing Aloy Jimako door has been opened for Ifeanyi Ejiofor, which is not true. I have seen some people saying that, oh, if not because of Aloy Jimako, this case wouldn't have gone to this level. They wouldn't have first trial, they wouldn't have sentenced him, they are willing to do that. People that maneuver their way to go and kidnap him from Kenya without bypass all the international law without obeying anyone. Is that the people that you think they will start checking what the international committee said before they try and jail somebody? No, they are brutal. They are brutal. A few days ago, we saw a post made by Dr. Matanga saying that since United Nations demand the massacre should be released and compensated, why is Nigerian government not obeying that until now? And why is it that everywhere is quiet? They are dragging Nigerian government back to court in UK simply because they refuse to obey United Nations order to release Masman and compensate him and all that. But without reminding you and this, who do you think we remind them? You do understand? So that is why the lawyers and people who understand this are doing what they're doing. The Mazanga is doing his best on that aspect, that aspect anyway. But Nigerian government they're acting reluctant, as if going to that court, that's lawsuits and everything, dragging them for not obeying United Nations order. Look at the particular way from the Nigerian government. Do they care? They don't care, because remember they hired lobby with that they paid $9 million, and imagine Maybe they have another lobbies in UK, United Nations, in UN and all that, in the European Union. So it is possible. You can't do anything. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this. Because so far, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel in case if you take care of yourself, and happy weekend to you all. Bye bye for now.